Travis and Trevor here?
Well, obviously, I'm really excited for the city of Jacksonville, all the Jaguars fans, and it's kind of culmination of a dream. So.
And then Trevor, I'm curious the dynamic of you being reunited with Travis. What's your favorite play of Travis's career that stands out to you, or a moment that stands out to you about what a great teammate he is?
There's a lot. Obviously, we've played together for 3 years. There's a whole lot of memories, and he's made a ton of plays. I hate to say it in front of Coach, but he had 2 plays against Ohio State that were pretty special. So had a little dump pass to him, and then threw a screen to him, went like 50 yards. So he's just special, not only as a player but as a person. So just really glad I get to have a former teammate come along with me on this new journey.
Trevor, you met all the you met all the expectations going into high school, met all the expectations going into college. Dabo Swinney said you kind of live in that pressure environment. What is the one thing that kind of helps you get through that and helps you handle all that?
Just being inside out, continuing to be me, and just taking everything I've learned and who I am and just taking it here, not changing anything really just because I'm in a new place. I think that's why I'm here, and that's why all these guys, put some trust in me, is just to be who I am. So obviously there's a lot of things I got to get better at, and I got to continue to improve. But the plan is just to keep being me, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Was there a point when you were younger where you realized I don't get rattled in these big situations or anything like that, in a game or whether it was in school or something?
I mean, there's no specific point. I think anyone that's a true competitor kind of thrives off of that and loves it. That's when it's fun, when it's, I guess that last moment, whatever, it all comes down to one point. It's kind of like that's what you play for. So I've always loved that. Ever since I've played, it's always been fun. I always love to compete, no matter what it is, practice, game, anything. I've always loved to compete.
I'd like, over here, Shad and Urban to both kind of answer this. Patience isn't something that the NFL usually sees very often lately. How do you balance being patient with everything you're building here, but at the same time obviously wanting immediate results in turning things around?
I think, that's what I've loved about, Urban Meyer, that, he understands the big picture. Sense of urgency, but also, keeping the big picture in mind. So, and I think as you see with the great players sitting here, he's put his Buckeye card at jeopardy to really help win for the Jaguars, okay? So.
Well, the way I've always looked at everything is, at the moment, whoever gives us the best chance to win is going to be playing, if that's your question. And that's every position. At that moment, who gives us the best chance to win, and there is an incredible amount of urgency. I told our players that, all due respect to 4 or 5, 6-year plans, that's not the plan at all. The plan is try to do the very best we can to win. Every time we line up, you try to win.
Hey, Shad, it's Mark. Hey, we've done this yearly. We did it in 2012 with new staff, 2013 with a new staff. 2017. How does this feel different to you, the setup of people and players that you have going forward right now?
Yeah, Mark, this time I got it right, okay?
Are you sure? What makes you so sure?
I talked about the process here seriously over the last few months. How really talked to you on Zoom the other day at length. That how things have been approached. And for me, it's like as an owner, you're sitting on that knife edge of micromanagement and abdication. How do you strike that balance? And learning from experience, but starting off, I mean, we have the opportunity to go with winners and then let them build.
Hey, Trevor. First things first. I'm back here. Sorry. Confused. I know. We're really throwing you all over the place. First things first, did you get the lift in that you and Coach talked about on the phone?
I've been walking around a lot. Does that count as a leg workout? No, I'll get back to that quick. He's on me about it. So.
Awesome, awesome. Well, speaking of videos that we saw last night, I know Clemson posted the video of you and Marissa when Travis's name popped up on the TV. Can you just walk us through when you found out, what your emotions were when you saw that he was going to be joining you here?
Yeah, I was honestly not expecting it at all. And then we had been celebrating and hanging out and taking pictures and doing everything. So we weren't even really watching the draft. And then we knew we were picking at 25, so started watching around 20. I had no idea who we were going to take. And then I got a text right before it went on TV. We're picking Travis. So I was like, I didn't even know we were going to take a running back. It was awesome. So, like I said, it just makes it special. I got someone to come with me from Clemson, and it's just awesome.
All right, Trevor, Chris Porter, First Coast News. Last year, you were heavily involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. One, why were you so passionate about that? And then two, the Jaguars organization was one of the few in the NFL that was out front in the fight for equality. Do you plan to be a part of that movement now that you're here in the face of the franchise?
I mean, something that's always been important to me is just showing the people around me that I care about them and love them, and that was just one way I could do that. To be honest, right now my focus is just getting to Jacksonville, doing everything I can to prepare to be the best player I can be. I think with that, and when you earn the respect of your teammates and you earn that leadership role, some of that stuff comes along with it. But right now, my main focus is just getting ready to be the best I can be on the field, and just everything else will follow.
Kind of piggybacking on that, Trevor, you don't seem like a type of guy who likes to make a lot of waves with what you say, but there have been some moments where you've spoken out, like before when they were trying to decide whether to play last year, and then also when you clarified yourself recently after the Sports Illustrated story. How do you decide when to use that platform and use your voice to say, I have something to say here?
I think it just depends. There's certain moments where you feel like you want to stand up for something or whatever that is, but then also I think you never know what people are going to take out of context. So that happens without me controlling it. So it's one of those two things usually.
Trevor, I'm just curious, any ballpark number on the amount of text messages you have received since last night, and how that might compare to what happened in the aftermath of your national championship win?
Yeah, all the big moments that the past few weeks, getting married, now getting drafted, a lot of text messages I still need to respond to, probably a couple hundred, but yeah, I actually had to change my phone number after the national championship, so it's been a better experience so far than that was. So no, it's been great. Just cool to see all the support from family and friends from back home, but especially here. Like, we got here and there's a bunch of third graders outside the stadium waiting, and it's just been really cool.
And as a follow-up to that, I mean, do you actually even have enough time to even respond to even a fraction of text messages you get after a big occasion like this?
I don't know. That's a hard question. I really don't. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, the people in my life that I care about, they know I care about them. It doesn't really, text messages won't change that. So we'll see. That's not really my priority right now, and I think everyone understands that. So, yeah.
One for Shad. Could you provide us at all with any kind of update on the London situation with the NFL?
Gene, I think really there's no update. I think as soon as we have it, we'll share with you. So I'm not even sure if there'll be games, but May 12th is the schedule. Hopefully we'll know a little bit before that.
Urban, yeah, we've heard you say it, but then you walk through the building and you see Own It everywhere. Can you just give us some insight as to what that means for you and for the franchise moving forward?
Sure. I think there's a great difference between motivation and inspiration, and motivation is unsustainable, not for long. Inspiration is, and there's two elements of inspiration. That's love and ownership, and when people own things, my experiences are you're really good. It means it's yours. You know, we want people, including, you know, I think everybody that steps foot in this facility that works here, they need to own this. They need to own the Jaguar emblem. If they don't, they need to leave. And it's the same approach we're going to take with our players. You know, this is not a one-stop. We're going to rent the place for a few months and move on, because that doesn't go well. So the sense of ownership is, I expect Travis, I expect Trevor to own the Jaguars. What's that mean? It's theirs. Take great pride in what this organization will stand for as we move forward. So that's what it means. And that's from our video staff to coaching staff to players. Everybody's going to own this. And great things happen when people own things.
I'm kind of curious, when you left the building last night, what's going through your mind that you've picked Trevor, you've picked Travis, that part's in line, and the feeling of that, but also when you know you come back in today that you have the first pick of round 2. Do you already know who you're picking?
Well, the good thing's having the first pick. You know, we have a very good idea, but when we left last night, you know, we felt very good about where we were at, and coming into the day with who's left on the board, how we're positioned, where we're positioned, feel really good about how this day could go. And now we just trust the board, like I said last night, and I think we're at peace with where we're at on the board, and you know, we'll see how it lays out.
Trevor, you said a few times yesterday that Jacksonville just felt like the right fit for you. What specifically made it feel like the right fit?
I think, obviously, like I said, all these guys up here, the whole coaching staff that I've gotten a chance to talk a little bit with, and then the community, all those things. It's kind of close to home, which is obviously nice. It's just a bonus. And, I mean, obviously you don't know a place till you get there, and it's been special since I've been here today. So really excited to learn more about it and really to be a part of the community and just to go to work. Really, I'm excited that I'm here and I'm officially like a part of a team now. That's kind of a weird period going from you're on a team like your whole life, and then you had this period before the draft where you're kind of just you're working to get better, but you're not a part of a team, and I've missed that. So just excited for that.
We're going to take 2 more, Anthony and then John, and then we'll bring Travis up.
Yeah, in fact, Trevor, right here, just going along with what you just mentioned, I'm curious about just your reaction. I mean, for many months now, you've been in a situation where you've had an inkling as to where you might end up. Now that you've entered the building, what was the feeling like? Did it feel like home? To Urban's point a moment ago, does it feel like home already? Are there nerves? Does it feel like the first day at school? What's it like for you?
It's been great. That's kind of an interesting question, but it's been awesome. Everyone here is great. Like I said, the whole coaching staff, Mr. Khan, Mr. Balky, everybody has been awesome, and I'm just excited to go to work. We're gonna make it home, but yeah, it feels like home, and that's the plan. So we're gonna get settled in quick.
Just 2 questions for Trevor. Have you been to Jacksonville before? Is this your first time here?
It's the first time. Yeah,
What was that like today?
It's great. It's pretty warm down here, so that was nice. No, it's awesome. You know, like I was saying, I'm not really accustomed to a big city. I grew up in a small town. Clemson's a small town, so I mean, Jacksonville technically is a big city land-wise, but it's nice coming here. It's kind of familiar in a way, just size-wise and what I'm used to. So it's cool.
Can you give us like a time schedule of like when you get in here, when you start working out, and just an update of your health with your shoulder at this point right now?
Yeah, health-wise, I'm feeling really good. I don't know what percentage I would be. I don't even know how to gauge that, but I'm on track. I'm actually a little bit ahead of schedule, so expecting to be back, you know, whenever we get started. So really ready for that, like I said, to be a part of a team again. And then as far as the logistics of getting here and all that stuff, I haven't figured it out exactly yet. Got to find a spot to stay in first. So trying to figure that out. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts, but no matter where I'm at, I'm going to start working out here Monday and get back to my normal routine.